Hey, welcome back. Me, Rolando G. You know I had to go in on this. Well. If Disney does not have the irony, but they have really no irony, in my opinion. And just real brief, wanted to go in on the 2022 new remake of Cheaper by the Dozen. Now, you know that Cheaper by the Dozen originally starred Bonnie Hunt, Steve Martin, I believe, who else? Hilary Duff when she was younger, along playing their daughter, and then I don't know who of all the rest of the kids' names and actors that played the other siblings out of the other 11 kids in the film. Okay, and I think their eldest son was played by Tom Welling, as you know from Smallville. If you're a Superman, DC Comics fan, that was a good little different rendition of Clark growing up on the farm. And back then, in the early mid 2000s, actor Tom Welling, who portrayed Clark Kent Kal-El on the series, was pretty popular back then, and like a heartthrob and everything else. And of course, he's not doing any acting as of late, but the great Steve Martin, still playing, the father role since he did in 1989, in 1980, I think 1987's Parenthood, where a young Keanu Reeves debuted around that time. So anyway, this one is with Zach Braff and Gabrielle Gabs Union, the BAW, who basically is emasculating her stepson. I won't say anything further. And, it's really traumatic at this point for me to even continue like this, because why is Hollywood continuing to churn out garbage remakes of things that have already been established, canon, their own type of film? It's getting to the point now, it's pandering to identity politics, and the interracial relationship things between the BAW and WMAs, okay? And it's a fantasy, a continued fantasy. Now, some of these relationships are successful, but we already know what they're all about. And it's, again, a pander to those type of so-called relationships, and it's trying to update the so-called modern family, or what Disney and a lot of these big film corporations believe to be the modern family is supposed to be. At the end of the day, it's a cash cow. Like I said, they're pandering to people's identities, and it's really getting to the point where it's getting very annoying. Very annoying to the point I don't even like Disney. As a kid, I assimilated to it because of my sisters loved it. Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, Seven Dwarfs, Fantasia with Mickey Mouse, a lot of that other, a lot of that stuff, and I was, a kid, like in the 90s, and I was subjugated to those to those animated, popular Disney, characters and stories that were on screen or coming to theaters. And it was a different time back then, when Disney was at a decent route. But now they've turned into this, and it's very annoying, very irritating, because we're living in a time where people need to be pandered to. People need to be coaxed and saying, it's okay to be this way or that way, or be in this type. It's like, why do you need the media, the entertainment, Hollywood media, cash cow to relate to you? I just want to go to a movie and see a movie that's good and funny, and at the same time can be great with action, everything. Everything's a pander. Even that 355 movie, I haven't even got on that, with now Jason Bourne as Whammon, that thing. What the hell? It's a continuation of this. Somebody needs to be pandered to. Somebody needs to define their self through a fictional movie. And we go to films to get out of reality for a while. We don't go to films to see everything play in real time or what you think is playing in real time in real life. Everybody ain't got the interracial relationship game on like that all the time. But like I said, this is something where an agenda is being pushed. Okay? And I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to get monetized. And actually, I work for this entity of where I'm posting this video up. So, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, this cheaper by the dozen mess. If somebody wants to see this, you know, hey, it's for somebody. It's not for me. Only reason why I'm going in because I know what the agenda is and why it's being pandered to a certain demographic. That's all I have to say about this. It's funny, real cute, but at the same time, not cute when you know what it's really trying to do. All right, it's Rolando G with a review about the remake of Cheaper by the Dozen, an interracial version. I don't know. It's crazy. Hollywood done gone bonkers and nuts with this identity political mess. This identity political hot mess. All right, take care. More videos to come. I'm out.